Hello, everybody. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Trust you are doing fine. My name is Abimo Olayuola. I'm the principal abiliga and the founder of Digital Lawyers Network. Welcome to another live session this afternoon, and it's going to be awesome. If you can see me and you can hear me, type I in the comment section. Let me know you can see me and you can hear me. Let's tell others that we are live in the Digital Lawyers Network and they should join us. Let's tell others that we are live. I can already see that some people are typing, we are waiting for you. We are live. We are live. It's like some people don't know. I can see some comments. Some people are saying we are waiting. Okay, let me just say we are live. Just a minute and then we'll start right away. Okay, so now, good afternoon. I don't want to waste your time. I understand that this is working hours. So this afternoon, I just want to quickly say something about how to build a strong digital brand, even though you have a busy schedule as a lawyer. So one of the things I've been hearing lately from lawyers is that they don't know how to combine their busy schedule as a lawyer with building a digital brand. You would agree with me that law practice is a jealous mistress. Law practice is a jealous mistress. So it does not allow you to do any other thing. It requires undivided attention. If you really want to be a good lawyer, like a very good lawyer, you would need to devote hours of your time into research work, into maybe if you are into courtroom practice, you have to spend a lot of time in the courtroom. If you are an in-house counsel or a commercial law counsel or any practice area, you have to devote hours into research, and then you also have to devote hours into serving your clients. Already that's a lot of time, and it gives you little or no time for social media, whatever. Now, we understand that in this age and time, you cannot afford to just be a lawyer. You also need a strong digital brand. And the two must go hand in hand. So what do? How do you merge the two despite your busy schedule? And those are the things I'm going to be discussing right now. If you can see me, you can hear me, please type I in the comment section. I want to be sure that people can see me and people can hear me clearly before I go on. Please, you can see me, you can hear me clearly, just type I, let me know. Type I can see you, I can hear you. Please type I in the comment section. Okay, so the very first thing I would say is work smart, not harder. Work smart, not harder. And what do I mean when I say work smart? We are in the age of social media. We are in the age of technology. We are in the age of AI. You don't have to do things manually. You don't have to post when you have to post. You don't have to start writing your post when you are ready to release your post on social media. So what I advise that lawyers do is to create a day that is convenient for you. A day when you can have your free 1 hour or 2 hours to batch create your content for a week or 2 weeks. So let's say you are always less busy on Sunday evening. You can create 1 hour of your Sunday evening for content creation. Since we understand that this thing is very important, so it's part of your duty, it's part of your job, it's part of what you do, it's part of building your law practice. So the same way you create time for developing your knowledge, for running research, for doing research, for serving clients, you have to create time, even if it's 1 hour of your Sunday evening, for you to sit down and say, what do I want to talk about this week? And then you create that time, you write for the week, and then you can post. Now, somebody is asking me, what if 1 hour is not enough for a whole week's content? And I tell you that 1 hour is enough. And this is why I say work smart, not hard. You don't need to talk about 7 things, 10 things, 100 things in a week. No. All you have to do is to pick just one topic. Just one topic. And the topic could range from anything. It could range from the case you handled in the past week. It could be the question a client is asking you. It could be anything you came across that will project your legal expertise to your audience. So just pick one topic and begin to think about that topic. For this topic, what is the message that I want to share? What do I want my audience to understand in this topic? Once you are clear about that, the next thing is to use AI to create multiple content from just one topic. And particularly the AI that I use is ChatGPT. You can use ChatGPT. I believe by now, every lawyer should know how to use ChatGPT. It is everywhere. Everybody knows how to use it. So this is what you are going to do. Let's assume that you already have a topic now. You sit down and you write out the topic in skeletal form. This is what I want to talk about this week. Then you log into ChatGPT and feed ChatGPT with that information. This is what I want to talk about this week. I want to write a post about how to secure your land without omonile wahala. Let's say you are a property lawyer. How to secure your property without maybe property land grabbers. How to secure your properties from maybe land grabbers, property snatchers and everything. And you feed the information to ChatGPT. Now, you're not going to create multiple content from one information. The first thing is you tell ChatGPT to create a fictional story. A fictional story from the information you have just fed the AI. A fictional story that drives home your points. So the first thing is ChatGPT is going to write a post for you in form of a story. So ChatGPT is just going to make up the story. Let's say you want to write about omonile wahala. ChatGPT is going to make up a story about somebody that purchased the land and land grabbers snatched the land from the person. It really became tug of war. They had to now reach out to a lawyer, and the lawyer was able to get it for them and something. So based on the information you have fed ChatGPT, ChatGPT will create an imaginary story, a fictional story in form of a post. You already have that one. That is number one. Number two, you now give another prompt and say that from this post that you have just created, generate 3 motivational quotes from this post. So now ChatGPT is now going to extract a kind of motivational quote from the post. So what the motivational quote is going to do is that it's going to make people want to contact you as a lawyer, so that they will not have that challenge, that land grabbers challenge that you are talking about. So the motivational quote that ChatGPT is going to generate for you is going to be from that information, and it's not something that you can find on the internet or you can find with another lawyer, because your information is unique to you. You are the one that fed ChatGPT with that information. So ChatGPT is going to generate about 2 motivational quotes for you. After that, then you feed ChatGPT with another prompt. Can you generate 3 conversational posts from this post that you have just created? Don't forget that you are still on one post. One post that you fed ChatGPT with. You have told ChatGPT to write a fictional story. A fictional story. And this is the way I tell ChatGPT to write my own fictional story. I'll say, write a fictional story. Infuse it with imaginary words of fear. Imaginary words of fear. So it's going to infuse fear into the reader to say that if you don't get a lawyer, your land will be grabbed by land snatchers. So it's going to use some imaginary, visual words. Yes, that's what I wanted to say. Visual words that would make the readers afraid. So ChatGPT is going to write that story. After that, then you tell ChatGPT to create the quotes, motivational quotes, making 3 posts. Then after that, you tell ChatGPT, create conversational posts from this same post. So ChatGPT is going to generate another set of 2 conversational posts. Those conversational posts, what they do is that they make the traffic on your page, they make it active. So it's gonna ask a question. What do you think? ChatGPT can just come up with a question to say, what do you think is the most fear that happened to people who purchase property in Nigeria? Or ChatGPT can say, what's your worst case scenario? What's your worst experience of purchasing a property in Nigeria? So people will start talking. I purchased the property and they snatched my property. I purchased the property and something happened. Let me tell you, there are some questions I put online that I am not the one who wrote that question. I only supplied ChatGPT with one post, and ChatGPT generated about 4 questions on that post and generated motivational quotes from the same post. So when I'm posting the question online, most of the time I am not online. I have either scheduled the post or I just came online, I posted it and I logged out because I am busy. But I understand that I need to keep the traffic on my page. I need to keep the traffic on my page. So tell ChatGPT to generate the motivational quote for you. So now, after ChatGPT has generated like 2 motivational quotes, 2 question posts. Question posts are conversational posts that keeps your page active. Then you already have 5 posts. Then after that, you can also tell ChatGPT that it should rewrite this, maybe the first post, in a playful manner or social media language or comedy form. Comedy or social media language, or say street language. ChatGPT will rewrite that first thing in street language. If you read the 2, you might not really know that you are reading the same thing because it's now a kind of a joke. ChatGPT is trying to paint a funny joke for you. Then after that, I would say convert this post to Instagram carousels. So ChatGPT is going to break it down and say, carousel number 1, put the picture of a lady that is smiling. Write this under it. Carousel number 2, put the picture of a man that is frowning. Write this under it. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. Somebody put it in the comment section. Use AI to create multiple content. Use AI. Somebody put it in the comment section. I want to be sure that I am not alone. So now, after converting the same post to carousel slides, I will now tell ChatGPT again to create Instagram reel from the same post. So ChatGPT is going to create Instagram reel scripts from that same post. So it's going to say this, say that. It's going to write the script, practically write the script for me. I'm still talking about the same thing. Then if you are someone who uses YouTube, you create content on YouTube, you can also now tell ChatGPT, develop this topic in depth and generate a YouTube script. So by the time you are done with all what I've said, you have generated like 7 content or 8 content on one single topic. You can even tell ChatGPT to ask you more questions so that it can be able to give you a detailed answer. So ChatGPT will ask you, so what are the steps you take as a lawyer when somebody wants to buy a property? You tell ChatGPT back, I take this step 1, step 2, step 3, okay. ChatGPT will use it and create another thing for you. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. So by that time, you already have like 8 or 7 content. So tell me, if you already have 8 or 7 content from one topic, you are working smart. So now the next thing for you is if you can sit down and do maybe 2 topics like that, within 30 minutes you are done. Because all these prompts I'm telling you to give ChatGPT, it does not take you 1 minute. It's just in seconds. As I am typing, ChatGPT is responding and doing everything to me. So it's like in speed of seconds. So within 30 minutes, you are done with 2 or 3 topics. You already have like 15 posts down on your phone. So now when you have those posts, the next thing you have to do is you can now schedule the post. You can schedule the post to run automatically even when you are not in court. And how do you schedule? If you use Facebook, you can download Facebook Suite. Meta Suite. Yes, Meta Suite. You can download Business Suite, Meta Business Suite. You use it to schedule your post on Facebook and on Instagram. Once you schedule it on Facebook and on Instagram, it goes out at the same time. It goes out at the same time. If you are using a creator profile on Facebook, you are not using the normal Facebook, you are not using the Facebook creator profile, you can schedule your post directly from the creator profile without even using the Facebook business suite. So whether you are in court, whether you are busy with a client, you have already scheduled your posts and your posts are running automatically. The only thing you can do is, maybe if you have time during break time, you can just stroll into maybe social media for 5 minutes or 3 minutes to check what is really going on, so that you can just maybe like the post randomly and you continue your work. So what I tell people generally is, you don't really have to be online all the time. You don't have to be online all the time, because the bulk of the work is not done online, it is done in your office. As lawyers, we understand that you win or lose your case from your office. So it is in your office, it's not on social media. The only thing you have to do on social media is to showcase what you have created in your office. So now that you have created your posts like that, you can now schedule them. And if you want good engagement, the best time to schedule your post is schedule your post to run from early in the morning and then late at night. That's when we have the bulk of the traffic online. So you see people posting 6 a.m., 6:30, 7 a.m., 7:30. Anytime I post below 8 o'clock, anytime I post after 8 o'clock, 8:30, 9 o'clock, 9:30, does not have good, it does not have good conversation, good how do I even call it, engagement. It does not have good engagement. That's all the truth. Was it day before yesterday I uploaded the picture? I was just trying to change my profile picture. It didn't even occur to me that I uploaded the picture, and before I knew it, I already saw like 76 likes and all that. And I'm like, I wasn't even uploading for people to see. I just wanted to change my profile picture. But in the morning, when I now uploaded the post, it went down maybe 17 or 18, meaning that if as at that night, around that 9 p.m., 10 p.m., 8:30, 11 p.m., when people are generally lying down on their phone and lying down on their bed rather and playing with their phone, people tend to come online. So if your post comes out at that time, it will get engagement. So it's either you post very early in the morning, that's between 6 and 7:30, or you wait for the evening, let's say from 7 p.m. upward. People are always online. Though people come online during the afternoon around break time, that's between 12 p.m. and 1 p.m. But the bulk of the people don't come online at that time. A lot of people are busy at that time. Even you may be in court at that time. So you have to wait till evening. Do you get what I'm saying? Even for this live session that we are doing, I've had a lot of people told me that, why don't you do these live sessions at night so that we can have more engagement, more lawyers can be present on the live session. But the truth is, I still have to consider some other schedules too that I have to do at night as a nursing mother. So the truth is, morning and night, those are the best times for you to schedule your post. Then also, another thing I'm going to say is, use the Otter app. It's not only the Otter app, there are a lot of voice to text speech on your phone. You can just check maybe your Play Store or your App Store and download the Otter app, OTTER, or any other voice to text app. Keep it on your phone. Anytime you have any inspiration, just voice record it. That's what I do, because most of the time you may not have inspiration to create content. So I may just be driving, or I may be washing in the house, I may be cooking in the kitchen, and an idea just comes to my head to say, what if I write about this? What if I think about this? I'll just pick the Otter app and I'll just speak to it on my phone, and it automatically transcribes it and I have it. So when I'm ready to create my content, I just go back to it and I flesh it up. It is as simple as that. Because believe me, there are times when you will want to create content, but you have writer's block. I'm telling you, it happens to me a lot. You want to create content, nothing will come. You want to write, nothing will come. You won't even have an idea. And there are times that 1 million ideas can flow through your mind. Once the ideas are flowing, make sure you don't let them go. That's the truth. Make sure you document them. Use all these voice apps and just record it on your phone. And when you are ready, then you can flesh it up. Another thing, I've talked about using ChatGPT to create multiple content from just one post. Then use scheduling apps to also schedule your post. Then the last thing I'm going to say is show us behind the scene. Show us behind the scene. You are going to court, you have a phone on you. Why don't you do a video when you get to the court premises and say, hello fam, I just got to the court premises this morning. I have a case and I'm very hopeful about what is going to come up. Something, just show us something. Content creation is not hard though. Content creation is not hard at all. We just want to see that you are a lawyer. And we want to see that you go to court or you work in the office, you are in your office library. Just show us that you are in the office library, you are reading some law reports, you are working on a file. Just show us. In fact, we love those kind of content more. Show us behind the scene. Show us how you are maybe going into the court premises and you are trying to adjust your collarette or your bib and you are just trying to adorn your wig or something. Just show us something. You don't even have to say something. You can just even mute the camera and just do your eyes like this and just let us see that you are beautiful, you are handsome in your wig and gown. We don't need much. Content creation is not difficult. So that's what I'm saying. A lawyer should show more of behind the scenes. Show us how you are in the office, you are reading your files, you are working. In fact, show us the level of research. If you stay late in the office, you are in the office till 8 p.m. Why don't you show us that you are in the office till 8 p.m.? Just tell us, just let us see that everywhere is dark. And you know, I go extra mile for my clients. I have to stay back in the office till late in the night because I have to achieve results, because I believe in excellence. You have just sold to us. We already believe you that you believe in excellence. You have just sold to us. So please do that. Then, okay, the last thing I'm going to say is, if you need an assistant, if you need a social media manager, if you need a virtual assistant, get somebody to help you. Get somebody to help you. If you feel that, okay, you have a lot of workload, get a social media assistant to help you. There are a lot of lawyers now that offer social media assistant, services. Get them to help you. But this is what I'm going to say. Your social media assistant cannot build your brand without you. That's the truth. Your social media assistant still needs your input. So a lot of lawyers believe, oh, once I've given my job to the social media assistant can just keep creating. The truth is, there is a flavor of you. There is the way you talk, the way you respond, the way you act. So if your social media assistant is not good at cloning your brand, there's something called brand cloning. In branding, there's something called brand cloning. So if your social media assistant is not good at cloning who you are, the social media assistant will not be building a good brand for you. In fact, the person will be building his own brand. Not that they will know the person, they will know you, but they will not be connected to your brand. So this is what will happen. If you have issues with that social media assistant and the person had to, you have to relieve the person and get another person, then your brand voice will change. And there will be a break in transmission between you and your followers or your prospective clients. So your brand voice will change, your brand tone will change, everything will change. So your social media assistant must be someone who is very experienced. Number one, the person must be a lawyer. You can't even get somebody who is not a lawyer, because the person is going to put you in trouble of the rules of professional conduct. So you need to get a lawyer. That is number one. Then not only that, you need to get a lawyer. You need to get a lawyer who understands your area of practice. We have a lot of areas of practice in law. So you could be a property lawyer and your social media assistant is into criminal litigation. So it takes somebody, and all these things, it's not about just textbook. There are some things that is just experience. Is experience, is what you experience on daily basis. So the person can be able to do the theoretical aspect, but when it comes to experience, for instance, now the person might be a property lawyer and you are an immigration lawyer. So there are some levels of experience that the person cannot churn out, except your input is there, except you tell the person, write about this. When we want to file for maybe asylum or something, this is what we do. This is what it is in theory, but in practical, this is how it is. So make sure that you have your inputs even when you get a social media assistant. One, the social media assistant must be a lawyer, must be well versed in your practice area, and you must still have your inputs. So let me just run over everything I've spoken about. Number one, I said work hard, not smart. And if you watch the video, if you go back to the beginning of the video, you would see how I explained how you can create one content and turn it into like 7 or 8 content. Just one. Write one post and turn it into 7 or 8 different content. Watch the video from the beginning if you missed it. Then number 2, I said decide on the day that is convenient for you to create. It could be Sunday evening. 1 hour is okay for the week, because you are just going to create maybe 1 or 2, and then you are going to multiply them using artificial intelligence. So that's what you are going to do. Number 3, use the Otter app or any other voice to text app to document your ideas as they come. Then I said number 4, schedule your posts so that they run automatically. Number 5, show us behind the scene. Show us what goes on when you are doing research, when you are going to court. And the last thing is get an assistant if you need it. If you need one, rather. Get an assistant if you need one. So I want to take your questions, your comments, your observations. I understand that this is working hours and I'm not going to bore you with any more talk. So we've come to the end of this discussion. Let me know if you have questions, comments, observations. I really can't see any comments. Is it just me or there are no comments? Is it just that I can't really see any comments or there are no comments? Please, I want to take your comments, your questions, your observations. The Digital Lawyers Bootcamp November batch is starting on 10th of November 2023. So if you are yet to register, you can click the link. The link is littered all over the group. And if you don't see the link, you can just send me a DM to, sign up for the Digital Lawyers Bootcamp. It's a bootcamp that has transformed the life of a lot of lawyers, and you don't want to miss it. Especially this last set, I've been getting a lot of testimonials, and I'm going to start sharing them from tomorrow. In fact, I got one this morning. It was really great. It was heartwarming. People are really, really getting results, and that's what makes me happy. That is what makes me happy. So if there are no questions, good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for joining this session. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon. Bye.